Thank you. Right, everyone. Please say 3 times together. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Good evening to everyone. Once again, let me wish everyone a very spiritual, happy evening. On this beautiful evening too, we are here to practice that precious loving kindness meditation. So all students, they have already practiced the first method of loving kindness meditation, and they were instructed to practice the second method of loving kindness meditation starting from last week. But the new students and all students who missed last sessions, or students who couldn't concentrate well on the second method, so they are kindly requested to practice the brief loving kindness meditation, so the brief technique, right? But all students, so the majority, they can't excuse. So I suppose, I think, I assume that all of you might have memorized the loving kindness lines. So accordingly, please practice, right? But newcomers, they have the excuse, so they can practice the simple one, okay? So when you practice a simple one, so we partition people into groups according to the familiarity that we have towards them, right? So for an example, first you pay your attention to yourself. So in this whole world, so the first person that you really love is you, right? So you might tell the other people that I love you, I love you. So this much, unlimitedly. But but the real truth is, you love you the most. All the other people, so they come the second. So therefore, first, please spread your loving kindness towards yourself, and then please think about please think, may I be well, may I be happy, may I be peaceful, right? May I be very peaceful. Those are the 4 lines, right? Then after that, please think about your parents. And please think, may my parents be well, be happy, be peaceful, right? So please think about your, not only parents. So parents, teachers, relatives, and friends, right? So think about all of them together and think, may my uh, parents, may my teachers, may my relatives and friends be well, be happy, be peaceful, right? Wholeheartedly, please spread loving kindness towards them. Then after that, please spread your loving kindness towards your enemies, right? Please think, may my enemies, no, neutral people. So neutral people. So please think all the neutral people. Also be well, be happy, be peaceful. Then after that, please think about your enemies and spread loving kindness towards them. First, uh, so let go of all your grudges if you have any grudge towards your enemies, and then focus on them and think, may my enemies also be well, be happy, be peaceful, right? And finally, please think about all the beings in the world and spread your loving kindness towards them, thinking, may all beings be well, be happy, be peaceful, right? So, Anirudh, can you remember? Right. Ashwin, right. Migi, right. Very nice. And right, that's it, right? So the others are all students. So Chetan, right, very nice. So please uh, so the new students specifically, they are kindly requested to practice the brief, simple, loving kindness meditation. But all students, so they are kindly requested to spread loving kindness. So towards the beings in the six directions. What are six directions? All the beings who are in the north direction. All beings who are in the south direction. All beings who are in the west direction. All beings who are in the east direction. All the beings above you and all the beings below you. So thinking about them, please think. So as we practiced last time, so may all the beings in the north be free from anger and hatred. Then after that, may they be free from ill will and jealousy. Very nice. Good job. Then after that, may they be free from mental suffering. Then may they be free from physical suffering. Like that. So according to those lines, so please keep on spreading your loving kindness towards those beings. So and all the meditators have the freedom to translate all those words into your own language. And so I know all the students have various kinds of language backgrounds. So whatever the most convenient language, convenient language of you. So if you want, please translate all these lines into your own language and spread your loving kindness with your mother tongue, right? It will be more effective because it goes deep into the heart, right? So please do like that. And if English is the most convenient one, so please go with that accordingly, right? So all students, they are kindly requested to practice the second method, and new students, they are kindly requested to practice the simple method. Okay. So when when you practice loving kindness meditation, today I'm going to teach you several extra important factors, so that you need to note down, that you need to keep in mind, so that when you practice them, so that you can develop in this technique. So I have been teaching so many such kind of factors according to the time that we have. So, so now one factor is, so it is easier for the people who don't get angry often to develop in this practice faster. So if you don't get angry often, right? If you try to avoid getting angry, so as much as you can, then such kind of people, so they become very capable in developing this meditation technique, right? So if you are a person who gets angry very often, better to cut that habit down and try to not to get angry very often, right? Then you will develop in this technique faster, right? So if you if you get angry often, so you have to be mindful and you have to cut down that habit. So this is something that you have to keep in mind. Then so your loving kindness should reach everyone, include you, right? Including you. For an example, let's say you go with 4 people to a forest. One is you, and the other one is a friend, right? Then the other one is a person who is not a friend, at the same time not an enemy. And then there is another person who is an enemy, right? When all 4 of you are going through the forest, let's suppose a group of looters, robbers, come and surround you. They surround you and they tell all of you, they force you to pick one person. So they force you, right, to pick one person to go along with them, right? Then at that time, so what do you think? Who is the person that you will pick, right? So let's say I pick my enemy. So if you say so, hands up. Very nice. All of you have the basic loving kindness. Right. Then after that, let's say, no. So if I send my enemy away, I will have to face a big disgrace. So therefore, I will quietly send the person who is not a friend of mine, at the same time not an enemy of mine. If you think so, hands up. Okay, very nice. You have loving kindness. Right, then I know for sure nobody will send the friend. Right? So then who will say, okay, I will go with them. Oh, very nice. You are so kind. Mr. Kevin. But if someone if someone doesn't want anybody to go with them, then that's how. So if you, that means you have loving kindness towards yourself too. Mentally, even you. So as a sacrifice you go, but mentally. So if you don't want yourself even to go with them, right? So then you have equal loving kindness towards all those individuals, right? So being, the next factor is being able to see all the beings equally, right? Being able to see all the beings equally. So that is the maximum point of loving kindness meditation. Can you understand? So the highest level. But it's hard. But still, so try to narrow the gap. Right? So if you have a care for you up to this level, and if you're caring towards your enemies up here, so try to narrow the gap. right? Towards the neutral person, you have a caring, but it is above the enemy, but below your relatives, friends, teachers, right? So you have to narrow this gap by practicing this meditation technique, right? So that's another factor to keep in mind. Then at the same time, association is also important. So whenever it is possible, please avoid the association of people who always like to talk about the other people's stuff. That means those who want to gossip around the other people. So better to avoid such kind of people, right? So even though you associate, so make sure not to let those people to drag you into gossiping, right? Whenever you start gossiping, so mostly gossiping goes around the negative factors, right? So then it can arouse the bad feelings, negative feelings inside you, including anger and jealousy and such kind of feelings. So and so better to avoid people who always better to avoid people who say things to arouse anger inside you. So there are certain people who have the tendency to say things that can arouse anger inside you. So better to avoid such kind of people too. So and then there are people who are not afraid of doing wrong actions, negative actions. So better to avoid all those people too. So avoid means you should not keep them inside your close circle, right? Still, you have to associate them accordingly, but when you associate them, keeping them at the hand's length, right? Okay. Then next one is when whatever the loving kindness level that you develop, be respectful towards that one, right? So people pay respect to gods and deities and such kind of people, right? I mean, so divine beings. So loving kindness is also a divinity inside the human being. So just like you respect to the gods and other, I mean, fairies and deities, so please pay respect to the emotion that you develop, the loving kindness emotion that you develop inside you, right? So that's another thing. So that you have to keep in mind. And final thing is, so in this whole community, in this whole world, the most important thing is, the most important point is the person, the human being, right? The person. So if you really want to change the world, you have to change. So what we have to expect the change inside this human being, right? So let's change us so that the community will change. Got it? Okay. So please keep in mind. And then, so now let's begin today's attempt to change us so that the world would change into a place where there is loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equality. Right? So, everyone, please keep your back straight, neck straight, head straight. Please keep your right palm on your left palm. And now let your whole body to relax. First, I will pay a sincere respect and gratitude towards Buddha. And after that, let's start today's meditation, today's silent meditation. Everyone, please concentrate calmly. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Itimeso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho viññācarane sampanno sungato lokamido anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati satta deva manussanam buddho bhagavati swakato bhagavata dhammo sangdittiko akaliko ehi passiko opanayiko maccatang veditammo viññuhite supanipanno bhagavato savaka sangho ujupanipanno bhagavato savaka sangho ඤාය පටිපන්නෝ භගවතෝ සාවක සංඝෝ සාමීචි පනිපන්නෝ භගවතෝ සාවක සංඝෝ යදිදං චත්තාරි පුරිස යුගානි අට පුරිස පුග්ගලා ඒස භගවතෝ සාවක සංඝෝ ආහුනේයෝ පාහුනේයෝ දක්ඛිනේයෝ අංජලි කරණීයෝ අනුත්තරං පුඤ්ඤක්ඛෙත්තං ලෝකසාති. සතු සතු සතු. With a very calm mind, with a very quiet mind, with an alert, very attentive mind, with a mind full of loving kindness and compassion. Everyone, please start your loving kindness meditation. Once again, I would like to remind the newcomers, they are kindly requested, I kindly request them to practice the simple method of loving kindness meditation. Oh students, please practice the second method of loving kindness meditation. May your meditation be very, very successful. Work ardently for your own betterment, for your own happiness, for your own peace. Please start your meditation right now. Mavitu Sampe Mangalang Rakantu Sampe Vetam Samme Buddhanubhavi Samme Dhammanubhavi Samme Sanghanubhavi Sada Sutti Bhavantu Te. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now everyone, please calmly open your eyes. Let your whole body to relax from top to bottom, bottom to top. Now please join your palms together and say 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear Dhamma friends, hope you could feel that great emotion of loving kindness. It's a very soothing feeling, very soothing emotion, right? Which heals your body and which heals your mind. And at the same time, so since we don't have a lot of time, I don't want to go into details, but so make sure to using the teachings that I taught you, the methods that I taught you, please bring loving kindness out of the cushion. So it should not be limited to your cushion. So during the sitting time, sitting meditation time, you are so calm, so nice, full of loving kindness, right? And then whenever you wake up, whenever you stand up, starting from that time. So if you live like a devil, then that's not the way of bringing it out of the cushion. Right? If you are always hot-tempered, so then the other people will say, your relatives and friends will say, "Oh, he or she." So I got the news that he or she goes to Bante Chandima's meditation session every Friday, but I don't see any progress. Day by day, he saw her. So according on, he saw her anger is increasing. What is the point of going to that meditation session? So, so if it is so, it is not my fault. But finally, your teacher is the one who will get scolded. No, no. So just kidding. But somehow, so you have to bring it out of the cushion, right? There is no other option. So loving kindness meditation can be practiced at all postures. So while sitting, while standing, while walking, right? While standing still, at all those times. So you can practice loving kindness meditation. So it's a very live technique. So please practice and bring it out of the cushion. That's important. And then, so So practice it to it. So practice it towards even the strangers that you meet in your life, right? So, so by this way, so try to multiply your inner peace and inner happiness. So as much as possible, and at the same time, try to develop the 4 qualities that I asked you to develop through this loving kindness meditation practice. Can you remember the 4 qualities? Number 1, loving kindness. Number 2, Miss Rina. Very nice. Compassion. I'm proud of you. So, Mr. Nedu, third one. All right. That doesn't mean I'm not proud of you. Yeah, I'm proud. Okay, right. Mr. Saket, sympathetic joy. Very nice. Then Mrs. Fong. Yo, you cannot remember? Mr. Kevin. All right. So, Mr. Ram. All right. Then Miss Nita. Very nice. Good job. So, what are the 4 things once again, Namal? Loving kindness, compassion, Shivanna,
and then
equanimity, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. So then, so try to practice them as much as possible. So through practicing this loving kindness meditation technique, right? So you only have 1 more week to practice this somehow. Starting from next month, you will once again begin to practice breathing meditation. So and we will start the new course starting from, we are going to renew our practice once again starting from the January. So you only have 1 more week. So throughout this week, don't let go of the morning times, don't let go of the evening times. Please practice loving kindness meditation 10 minutes every day. Take the dose, take the medication of loving kindness every morning for 10 minutes and every evening for 10 minutes. And I forgot to give the chart to the new students. I will give it later on. So please note that down on the chart so that I gave you. And more than so more than right, noting it down on the chart is important. At the same time, when you do your practice, so give your everything at that time. And don't make it a ritual. Oh, Bante told me to sit every morning and evening, so I will sit. I will close my eyes, let the mind go here and let the mind go there. And finally, I will show Bante, okay, I did all the sittings every morning, and that's not the way. You have to practice. So, any teacher can help you to learn these precious non-sectarian techniques. But it is up to you to practice and develop. Whenever you do, give you everything and work hard. Right? So that's what I want you to remind. Then mainly, please bring these techniques out of the question. Out of the question. Last week, I taught you about, so during these 2 weeks, we are learning about the 4 kinds of fake friends and 4 kinds of good friends. Last week, we already learned about the 4 kinds of fake friends that meditators must avoid, right? So you had recognize, I asked you to recognize them and keep them at the hand's length. So first one, Mrs. Shanti, can you remember? Very nice, good job. The taker is the first one. And then number 2, Nama, were you here last? No, right? Okay, Miss Nita? The talker. Taker and first one, talker the second one, third one, Shivanna? All right, you were not here last week. Mr. Nidu, you were not here. See, that's your phone. Right, Mr. Reena. Oh, you were not here either. So,
The flatterer.
yes, Bhaiya. All right, Mr. Howard.
The flatterer.
The flatterer. Very nice. Good job. And then fourth one, Sri Bhaiya. The reckless or the hell friend. Yeah, okay. So those are the four kinds of bad friends. So if you don't associate them carefully, what will happen is, so sooner or later you will be in peril, right? So this morning too, I heard about an incident which happened in Australia. So about between two friends called so Camilla, and it's a big case in Australia, Adelaide. So Camilla and Renee's incident. So Renee, Camilla. So do you know catfishing? Do you know catfishing? All right. So impersonating, so you as someone else, and then so letting the other people to do things. So this friend, Renee, was jealous of Camilla. No, Camilla was jealous of Renee, and finally, very unfortunately, so she, uh, Camilla tempted Renee to end her life. It happened. Very unfortunate. So it was a big case in Australia. So during this year, so that's how it is. If you don't recognize bad friends early, anything can happen, right? Or as I mentioned I told you that story on a previous time. So the millionaire Mahadana during the Buddha's time, so he got 80 also 80 crore means 800 million, right? So 80 crore, right? So he got 80 crore of gold coins from his parents, and then after that, so he got another 80 crore of gold coins from his wife, because wife was the only child. And finally, so he got into the association of bad friends. So they brought him to gamble and drink and do all such kind of things. And finally, he became homeless person who depended on the food that Bantes gave at Jetwanaram temple. So that's how it is. You have to recognize them, and then you should avoid such kind of bad friends. And today, I am going to teach all the meditators about the four kinds of good friends that you that you have to choose and associate, right? So good friends are very important in your life. Even in South Asian medicine, Ayurvedic medicine. So according to my memory, Yoga Ratnakare, it says like this. So it advises the parents. Lalaye pancha varshani, shodasha varshani thade, dasa varshani thade, shodasha varshas paschat, putra mitra vadagama. That means you have to lull the child for 5 years. After the birth, until 5 years, even the child turn the whole house upside down, you can't punish. You have to lull and give love to the child. Dasa Varshani Tadet. This is in Sanskrit. Okay? So Dasha Varshani Tadet means for 10 years. Tadet means you hit, but it's not about hitting. You have to discipline the child. Right? You have to discipline the child for 10 years. Shodasha Varshat Paschat. After the 16th year, Putra Mitra Vadagama. The parents should consider a child as a friend. The parents should associate the children just like the friends associate friends, right? So that's from South Asian medication. So somehow even in that one, even the ancient figures has told us to behave friendly. So they have instructed. So even the parents to behave friendly with the children when they are 16, right? So we have to be, so in this world, we can't live alone. We need to have good friends around us, right? So that we can gain inspiration, so gain persuasion to gain persuasion to walk on the right path, doing the right things in life, right? So there are 4 such kind of good friends, right? So first good friend, number 1, first good friend is write down the helper. The helper is the first good friend. In Pali language, so helper means, according to Buddha, upakaraka mitta. Upakarak. Upakara means help. Upakaraka means the helper. Right? The helper friend. That is the first friend, the first good friend that you meet in this world. Right? So these kinds of friends, they are so easily, so I mean, mostly we meet these kinds of friends when it comes to good friends. Most of the friends that you have, maybe the majority is the I mean, the helpers, the friends who are willing to help. Right? The helper friends, they have 4 qualities. To recognize them, they have 4 qualities. Number 1, protecting you when you are vulnerable. So when you are at bad points in life, when you are vulnerable, so they stand up and they protect you, right? At your vulnerable times, they protect you. That's number 1, first quality. And likewise, they protect your wealth. Not only they protect you, right? They protect your wealth too, right? So then that's number 2. Number 3, so when you are afraid, so they come to console you and make you not afraid. So being a refuge when you are afraid, that's the 3rd quality. And then in various tasks, providing double what is required. If you need 1, they are willing to give you 2, right? Right? So if Mrs. Geraldine wants 1, you're good. If that person is a helpful friend, right? So that friend is so ready to give you 2 instead of 1, right? So this is the first, so this is the 4th character of the helpful friend. So this is the first kind that you can see in the world. So it doesn't mean, so the helpful friend doesn't have the qualities of other friends a bit, right? But the major quality is helpfulness. So being helpful in all these, so that person has these 4 qualities strongly inside. So what do you think? Are you a helpful friend? So before you find helpful friends around, you have to be a helpful friend first, right? So if you are a helpful friend, that's wonderful. That is the most common one. Then second one, the enduring friend. The enduring friend. In Pali, so enduring friend is called as Saman Sukadukha. Saman Sukadukha, right? That means even in so good times and even in bad times, this friend stays, right? So An example for a helpful friend, right? So I will let you know about two incidents, which one happened so recently, and another one from the history. So in Australia, so there was a retired nurse. His name was Mark Rogers, right? So one day he got to know that he had a kidney failure. So he needed a kidney transplant. So he was so sad, he was so down. He told his best friend, his name is Ian Paget. You can Google if you want. So he told his best friend, he revealed his distress to his best friend, Ian Paget. Ian Paget said, "You have the same blood type. I also have the same blood type. Don't worry. I will donate my kidney to you." The best friend gave his kidney to uh, Mark Rogers, and because of Ian, still Mark Rogers is living. Right? So in that case, he stayed with his friend when he was afraid and offered help, which is very impossible to be done. Right? Okay. Another one. This is from the Greek history. So Pythias, Pythias was an ancient warrior in Greece. Once he was not happy with King. His name is King Dionysus. So he's a famous king in Greek history. So King Dionysus, even though he was a great warrior, so sometimes, even though they are loyal to the government, sometimes, disputes happen. So he was not happy with king's some kind of opinion. So he told King Dionysus, so I don't like this, and then they had a fight. And finally, so he plotted against the king. Because of that, the king sentenced him to death. At that time, his friend, his name is Damon. Damon, his friend said, "King, please take me to the guillotine, and so let my friend to live." Right. At that time, the king knew about their great friendship earlier, but so he didn't know that friendship is this much their friendship is this much dedicated. So the king was so happy. Finally, he decided to pardon Pythias. So both the friends, then Pythias was pardoned, right? Because he was a helper. He was always there. And then, second one, the enduring friend. So the enduring friend has four qualities. You had recognized that friend. So because this person has four qualities inside. So number one, so this enduring friend, so always endure, for you, tolerate things for you. So that friend, so reveals you. First quality of that friend is that friend reveals you whatever the secrets that he has. That means his secrets, he doesn't keep covered. He doesn't hide them. He or she let you know about the secrets of one's own to the other friend. Right? So that's number one. Then number two, that friend listens to your secrets, and whatever it happens, this friend doesn't let out those secrets, even though the life goes. Right? That's the second quality of the enduring friend. Third quality of enduring friend is not abandoning when you are in misfortune, right? When you are in so difficult times, that person stays. Let it be a good time, let it be a bad time, that person will be there with you, right? And then that person is even ready to die for you, right? That person is even ready to die for you. So this friend is the enduring friend. So he is called Samana Sukha Dukkha. Why he is called as enduring friend? Because this person is ready to endure for you until that person's last breath. Right? That's why this friend is called as the enduring friend. Helper friends are uh, 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 so true. Good friends are rare. Among those good friends, most of them are helpers. And then uh, the enduring friends are rare. They are rarer than the helpers, right? So they are rarer. So then so by these ways you have to know the uh, enduring friend. Whether you have so whenever there is a good friend who is enduring, by these four ways you have to recognize them. So to understand this, I will let you know about another story. You know, I'm addicted to telling you stories, right? So this this is an incident which happened between California and Wisconsin, right? Yeah, in 2007 or 8, so you know the lottery. I don't know how many of you are by the Powerball lottery. Do you know Powerball? Right. So Bante doesn't buy, but if you want, you can buy. Sorry. So Powerball lottery. So now I think it's so so how many millions? What is the amount that they give now? The maximum price? I don't remember. So recently, I think it went 200. I think more than that. Right. This is 2007 and 8. So Tom Cook in California, he won the Powerball lottery. The price then after that, right away, whenever he got to know that he won the Powerball lottery, so he went to a he took his phone and called Wisconsin. Actually, he called Joseph Freeney, his childhood friend. So he talked to Joseph. Joseph. So uh, then they greeted each other, and after that, Tom Cook said, "Joseph, can you remember in 1994? So when we were at this coffee shop, so we promised each other a promise. Can you remember?" Joseph said, "What is that?" "That's in 19 something." So I cannot remember anything. What is that? So can you remember? So we promised each other if we won, if any of us uh, could could buy a lottery and win, then we will share the whole price half and half. Then Joseph Prince said, "Yes, we told so." So now what has happened? Then Tom Cook said, I bought one ticket and I won the Powerball." "Oh, you won the Powerball? How much?" $60 million. $60 million. Such kind of friends are very rare to find. It was a big news at that time. So then that's how such kind of friends are. So it doesn't matter whether you are in so good conditions or bad conditions, the enduring friends, they will be there all the time with you. So to endure, enduring everything, right? Right. Then, right. Then that's number 2. So number 3. So number 3, the mentor friend. Right? The mentor. This is the third good friend. The mentor. In Pali, this person is called as Athakai. You don't have to remember that one, just for your knowledge. Right? Athakai. Atta means good. I mean Kai, the person who show it. The mentor. The mentor friend should be known by 4 qualities. They are rarer, so they are rarer, and then so they are rarer, and so very hard to find, right? So first quality of the mentor friend is so that friend restrains you from wrongdoing. If you are doing wrong thing, so that friend so doesn't keep that person's mouth shut, thinking, oh, so if I say, oh, you are doing wrong, this person will break up with me. So therefore I should, so then I will lose all the advantages that I get from this person. So I should keep quiet. No, this person doesn't say so. So keeping his friendship at stake, this person will let you know you're wrongdoing. You are doing wrong. Don't do that. Right? This person will say, so uh, will show your wrongdoing and will prevent you from doing wrong. Number 2, that person will guide you towards good actions. So this person will guide you towards good actions. So these are the good things. So please do these good things, right? Saying so, this person will guide you towards good actions. Then number 3, so that person will let you know the things that you need to know about your life, about the world, about the good and bad, and dharma. And then, so that's number 3. And then number 4, so that person will show you the path to the good realms, right? By helping you to develop positivity, and by helping you to let go of the negativity, that person will help you towards the birth. So towards the birth of comfortable realms, right? So so this is the nature of so the third friend, the mentor friend, right? So mentor friend. Small incident from not even though so it will take a short time, but so this is another historical incident which happened in United States. So this incident happened because of the mentor friends, right? Abraham Lincoln. Have you heard of Abraham Lincoln? So, if you haven't heard of Abraham Lincoln, you haven't passed your history class, right? Abraham Lincoln, just kidding. Abraham Lincoln didn't have a smooth rise. He had so many failures. He always credited all his success. So for all his success, so he gave all the credits to his friend. So who is his friend? So Joshua Speed. Joshua Speed. So Joshua Speed. So during the 19th century, he was a very good friend to Abraham Lincoln. Throughout all the failures, he consoled Abraham Lincoln, and then he motivated Abraham Lincoln, and then after that, so he pushed sometimes, right? He forcefully pushed. So Abraham Lincoln in so doing the right things, doing the right thing on the right time, right? So when even though Abraham Lincoln was disheartened, demotivated, and so disappointed because of Joshua's speech, gradually he so gathered himself up, stood, and kept fighting. He became a fighter, and finally, he could become a significant, historically very important president of United States, right? So, right. So that's all about the mentor friends. Mentor friends are very rare than they are rarer than the enduring friends, right? Then fourth friend is the compassionate friend. The compassionate friend. This is the last and the fourth good friend. In Pali, this friend is called as Anukampaka Mitra. Anukampa means compassion or pity, right? Ka means person. Anukampaka means the person who has pity or compassion towards the other friend, right? So compassion means just not this, a little compassion. It's a very deep compassion towards the other friend, right? So this person has four qualities too. Number one, so this person does not rejoice in your misfortune. So whenever you do mistakes or when you are at misfortune, so this person doesn't rejoice even a bit. Can you understand? So even though there are very close two friends, we all have jealousy, right? Even though you don't know, even though how good, so even though how much friendly two people are, so because of this selfishness, so deep-rooted selfishness, there's this tiny bit of jealousy inside all beings. You can't deny that. You will say, no, I don't. But there's this small, so there's this jealousy inside us, right? So it will end when you become enlightened. Until then, not enlightened, maybe first stage of enlightenment. So until that time, you will have that. If someone say, "Oh, I don't have that," that's not true, right? Right. So number one, yeah, that's why. Whenever you meet friends, you brag about the things that you have, right? Even among the best friends, this is happening, right? So okay. So first one is not rejoicing even a bit, right? Even secretly or slightly. So in the misfortune of one's own friend. That's number one. Then deep-heartedly delighting in your good fortune. Whenever you progress, this person deep-heartedly rejoice, right? So this person becomes happy. So at the bottom of that person's heart, right? That's number two. Number three, this person prevents others from speaking ill of you. Right? This person prevents others from speaking ill of you, right? So this person doesn't become happy when the other people criticize you. Why? This person is honestly associating you. That's why. So when the other people say bad things, so this person doesn't like it. So, and not only like it, this person prevents the other people from criticizing you, right? So certain people are there, so they are good at they are good in front of you and they praise you, but whenever you are not around, you can see their real, right, real face. So they backbite you, they stab at you from your back. So this person is not like that. This person prevents others from speaking ill of you, right? And then encourage the others who praise your good qualities, right? This person encourages the other people who praise your good qualities. When the others talk good about you, that person praises those people. And finally, this person leads you towards real peace, real happiness, Nibbana. Right. So these are the 4 kinds of friends. Right. So so the compassionate friend is the rarest to find. Right. Rarest to find. So deep-heartedly, that person cares for you, for your this world well-being. At the same time, deep-heartedly, that person cares for you, for your for your spiritual well-being, right? So that's why this person, the compassionate friend, is the greatest, right? But they are the rarest to find. So which friend? Among these 4 friends, which one is the uh, so uh, which one is the one that caught your heart? I mean, so just for asking, which is the best one according to you? Yes, enduring friend, right? That's number 2. So if you say the helper, hands up. Okay, very nice, hands down. Then if you say the enduring friend, okay, very nice, hands down. Right. So number 3, the mentor. Okay, very nice. Okay, hands down. And then number 4, the compassionate friend. Okay, very nice, hands down. Right, very nice. So third friend is liked by many people. Right. So right. So then recognize who you are. Right. So whether you are a helper or a helper or a enduring friend or enduring friend, then after that uh, the mentor friend or the compassionate one, right? So check yourself and so gradually please develop qualities. So always Buddha asks us to be the uh, all 4 friends are great, right? But always we should try to be either the third one or the fourth one, right? If we cannot be the fourth one, at least we should try to be the third one, right? So gradually, try to climb up in the ladder and try to be the compassionate friend at the end. So when it comes to becoming the fourth friend, so you need a deep level of understanding, right? So so to be a kalyana mitta, to be a real kalyana mitta, noble friend, right? You have to reach at least the first stage of enlightenment, right? So, but still, You can be a Kalyana Mitra, but not like the person who attained the first stage of enlightenment. Right? So I'm trying to be that Kalyana Mitra, that noble friend. So who still didn't attain the first stage of enlightenment, but who is trying to be. Okay, right? So everyone then become such kind of great friends, right? And it will help you to live in this world comfortably, and it will help you to help you to win the compassion, the love of the other people, and it will help you to live a peaceful living, right? And at the same time, this becoming such kind of friend will help you to attain real peace, real happiness too. So it will help you to develop in this noble path, right? So everyone, please work hard and develop these qualities inside you and become a friend, become a good friend. Recognizing who you are, try to establish in that friend's qualities, and gradually try to climb the ladder, developing your qualities deeper and deeper, right? Okay, now we are going to conclude. Everyone, please think together, all of us gathered here, and practice this noble non-sectarian pure meditation technique, and accumulated a lot of positive energy. By the power of all this positive energy, please think that may all your troubles be away. May all the good things happen in your life. May you be able to live your life comfortably, prosperously, and happily. And may you be able to develop in this noble Dhamma path. And finally, may all of us attain real peace, real happiness, purification of mind, Nibbana. Everyone, please join your hands, palms, and please concentrate. අභිවාදන සීලිස නිච්ඡං බත්තා පචායිනු චතරෝ ධම්මා වඩ්ඩන්තේ ආයුවන්නෝ සුඛං බලං ආයුරාෝග්‍ය සංපත්ති සග්ග සංපත්ති මේවච අතෝ නිබ්බාන සංපත්ති Iminate samijjito. May all of you be well. May all of you be happy. May all of you be very, very peaceful. Sukhi hotu. Sukhi hotu. Sukhi hotu. Sadhu. 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 Good night, everyone. Take rest and see you again in the next week. Until then, please ardently keep on practicing. Okay, 3 newcomers, please wait for a moment. I have to give you another chart. Right? Good night, Mr. Huat.
Good night, Bhante. Thank you so much.
Good night. Good night, Mrs. Rita.
Good night. Good night, Bhante. Thank you.
All the good happen to you. And good night, Mr. Trevor. Trevor, good night.
Oh, thank you. Good night, Bhante. Thank you
All
very much.
the good happen to you. And Mr. Noor, good night.
Good night. Thank you very much.
May all the good happen to you, Mr. Noor. And Ms. Jane, good night.
Good night, Bhante. Thank you very much.
May all the good happen to you. Ms. Jane, good night.
Good night, Bhante.
May all the good happen to you.
Thank
you. See you on Monday.